私たちの赤ちゃん。
ああ。よし。お前の名前は。
スボルディゴードだ。
喋った
殺したぐらいで俺が死ぬとでも思ったか。
Let's think about what makes an anime good. Originality, a tight-knit story, animation, relatable characters. These elements work and feed off of each other to make a good anime. Wrong. A good anime is something that you can connect and identify with. You can look at a show that's objectively good and think, yeah, well, it's not as complex and airtight as that one. My favorite anime is meaningful to me, it's funny to me, etc. And that makes it good. Wrong. That is actually stupid. I regret writing that part, and to keep it real, it's honestly sad you thought I was going in that direction. I mean, there's shitty anime everywhere. Just look. See? It's everywhere. What is after school bitchcraft? You had me at bitchcraft. Anyway, back on topic. Just because an anime is conventionally pretty bad doesn't mean I can't enjoy it. So, I was thinking you and I would watch my favorite bad anime this season together and talk a little bit. The Misfit of Demon King Academy takes place in a new, innovative world with magic, nobles that hate people that aren't nobles, demon kings, and gyasas. 2,000 years ago, the demons and humans had a big war that lasted a while. In order to stop the fighting, the demon king sacrificed himself in order to erect great walls to segregate the races to stop them from mixing and fighting. I happen to know a very great, powerful, handsome man with a very similar objective. 2,000 years later, the demon king Anos Voldigod has reincarnated using his magic and learns how the history of the new world has changed in his absence. He sets out to attend an academy which aims to instate a new demon king by picking out the most capable student in the academy. Now, the first thing you may notice about this anime that may escape the mind of the intended audience is that 2,000 years is a long f***ing time. Let me paint you some contrast. This is what houses looked like back in Jesus' time. This is what Saudi Arabia looks like now. And if you remember, back in the Shakespeare days, they didn't even speak the same. They used a far more fruity version of English. They wore diapers at the time. But the point I'm making is things like architecture and language changed dramatically. After 2,000 years, the one difference Anos notes is, wow, you guys don't use the 5-second rule anymore, huh? They still live in castles, the most advanced technology they have is streetlights, the magic hasn't changed, and the main character understands everyone perfectly. The fuck was anyone doing for the last 2,000 years? I just thought right off the bat that kind of sets the tone for the type of story we're going to be watching. But a big thing I want to talk to you guys about is the characters, and to do that, I'd like to watch the show a little bit with you. The first episode starts off with our main character, Anos, meeting a potential love interest, Misha Necron, by picking up a letter she dropped. Everything's going cool until the only brown guy in the show threatens to kill the two for no reason. Anos, of course, mentally tortures him in front of everyone by making him think he's on fire. That's not too important. Now, to get into the school, they have to beat a randomly assigned student in a fight. This randomly assigned student just so happens to be the brown guy we saw earlier. What happens next? Well, you can watch for yourself. After snapping him to death, Anos uses resurrection magic to bring the kid back to life over and over until he submits. Pretty metal, he tortures the dude in a stadium full of hundreds of people. That's kinda tight in my book, I'm down. But I'm not so down for this next scene.
何をしている？
待ってた。
俺を？
後でって言ったから。
そうか。
Let's decompress that real quick. You've seen this guy a total of 3 times. Once in front of the school where he mindfucks some noble, once in the testing grounds where he murders and revives the same dude over and over, and one more time right before a test where you exchanged a total of 35 words, I counted. Because he said, "See you later." And she never does this weirdo shit again, so it's not a character trait, it's so odd. It gets weirder when he takes her to meet his parents.
ミーシャネコロンだ。今日学院で知り合った。
よろしく。まだ1ヶ月なのに。まだ1ヶ月なのに。もうやめてよ。連れてきちゃった。ちょっと聞きたいんだけどね。ミーシャちゃんはこの子のどこが好きなのかな。
Oh, that is just a weird situation. How is she even supposed to answer that?
優しいところ。
Oh no, we're not talking about the same guy.
手紙を拾ってくれた。
What?
そうなのよ。力声をかけたの。
The first move? You people are acting fucking weird.
俺の方だ。
You? What is this conversation? The characters in this show do not feel like people. They feel like sock puppets being controlled by oblivion NPCs coded by little mice wearing hats. There's no human response to any stimuli on screen, and one byproduct of that is weird dialogue that would never occur in real life. I've had conversations at Walmart that make more sense than these, but believe it or not, I do enjoy the show. I get excited to watch the newest episodes, and the secret lies in this little character arc we're about to watch. Meet Sasha Necron, the sister of Misha Necron. Based off her looks, take a guess to what type of personality she has.
いいから手を取れ。
この屈辱は絶対に忘れないわ。でも、あなた以外にはしたことないわ。
Yeah, she's one of those. Sasha very passionately hates her sister. In fact, she's actively ostracized her since childhood. Anyway, shortly after meeting, Sasha challenges Anos to a magic contest. The first guy in history to use resurrection magic and later cripple someone with his heartbeat. If Anos wins, Sasha will join his team. If he loses, he will be her slave forever. Yeah, that sounds right. Let's see how it goes.
多勢で作り上げたこの城を突破できるはずがない。無駄よ。 半魔法も多重にかけられているわ。
自力の差だ。うまく受け身を取れ。出ないと死ぬぞ。
Can you imagine getting washed by a dude who wears fingerless gloves? That's tough. But yeah, since she's now essentially his slave, Anos takes the girls on a date to his parents' house, where they are still on some weirdo shit.
なんだとアノスお前二人なんてお父さんだってしたことないの
And now Misha is best friends with her abusive sister because they're on the same team. Oh yeah, and Sasha kisses Anos because they're on the same team now. Then it's revealed that Misha was the only person who was there for Sasha when they were kids, meaning that she had no reason to bully Misha in the first place. But it's 100% cool, they're past that, cool. Stay with me, I swear to God it gets good in a second. Turns out it's Sasha's and Misha's birthday tomorrow, the same day the gang is sent to raid a dungeon, which happens to be Anos' old house from 2,000 years ago. So Anos is like, hey, why don't you just give Sasha some of my old shit as a present? She grabs the magic robe from Anos' closet, and this happens.
Sasha, あげる。
No, she stole that.
誕生日だから。
No.
私、何にも用意してないわ。私はいらない。
I hope the fuck you don't. Sasha's all excited to try on the present that Misha put absolutely no forethought or work into getting while Anos waits. Let's watch and see how this plays out.
あら？もう出てきちゃったの？
Ah, her big ass titty has been stabbed.
大した女優だな、サーシャ。だが、裏切るにしてはどうも手ぬるい。やるならミーシャは殺し、細切れにして、一つずつ岩の中に封印。
What? Nobody? No, she wouldn't. Nobody would. Who told you that's what people do? She reveals that this betrayal was to take first place in the dungeon exam. But it's a team assignment, they all get the same grade. And we find out later that Misha is going to disappear at midnight anyway, so you would gain literally nothing in this scenario. In fact, you only lose the favor of a literal god. Anos plays her, so she runs away while he and Misha talk about how on her 15th birthday at midnight she will... Wait, she's 14? No, shut up for a second. She's 14? How? Wait, but the big... Oh! She disappears on her 15th birthday because she and Sasha are actually the same person. And when they both turn 15, Misha will fuse into Sasha, leaving only Sasha left. And for the final showdown, Anos catches up to Sasha, who then challenges him to another duel like he didn't lift her castle and throw it with her dumbass in it earlier. All Anos has to do is maintain her magic circle to win the challenge. And while doing so, she starts having these emotional flashbacks of her and her sister, which begs the question, if she did so much for you, why did you stab her in the chest? Her motives make absolutely zero sense. No. Her motives make absolutely zero sense. There's even a stupid little montage of her rocking her giant head around researching a cure for her sister. Wait, why would she be looking for a cure for her sister who she just tried to murder?
私はあなたのことがずっと大嫌いだったわ。私はあなたのことがずっと 大好きだった。
It was all under our nose the whole time. Sasha wasn't just a rotten person who thought of her own sister as a doll. The years of bullying were calculated. Tons of choreographed acts of cruelty, being a bitch in general, all to save Misha. And the evidence was right there. She killed her sister in front of the only dude in the world who can revive people. Her excuse sucked. Her plan sucked. All to drop hints for the reveal. And the one reason I didn't see there was something greater going on was because the incredibly strong and most prevalent quality this anime has. It's retarded. Like, honestly, the plot twist was stupid. Come on. Misha disappears at exactly midnight on her 15th birthday. Why? What if they moved to a different time zone? And time is man-made. Why would magic give a shit about what year it is? And because of this, I see the characters do weird, erratic stuff and just think, oh, that's bad writing. There's no way this particular plot hole is intentional. And weirdly, it was, in this case. Okay, so that was revealed, and then Anos finds a solution that would let both the girls live, and they talk about it.
二度も奇跡が起きた。
何を言う？本当の奇跡はここからだ。
アノスならミーシャの代わりに私を消すことができる。
There is nothing he or she or anyone said that even hinted at that idea. This is something you made up. You made that up. You made that up. You're embarrassing yourself.
両方救うだ。ガイズで俺の魔力を分けてやる。お前たちのなすべきことは、その魔眼で期限を見据えること。そして鍵となるのは。
Whoa! No, whoa! The story is just so ridiculous and stupid that it catches me off guard even when I'm on high alert. When I saw this guy walk up to the castle, do you think I expected him to pick it up and spin it on his finger? No, that's one of the most stupid responses I could ever think of, but so stupid that it works. I like the main character. He does exactly what he says he's gonna do. There's this one scene where a crazy lady who's obsessed with pure blood tries to hurt his mom, so he tortures and reincarnates her real quick as the race she hates the most. And story-wise, it's genuinely kind of cool to watch Anos reminisce about the old days and run into incarnations of people he once knew, especially when that music that is way better than the show deserves kicks in and makes me think the scenes are way deeper than they really are. And while the fight scenes look like poop 90% of the time, that 10% occasionally looks good. I found myself getting hyped for the next episode a few times. Now here's what it boils down to. If a friend were to ask me, Scam, should I watch this? No. No, it's a horrible show, objectively, but I've reached a zen-like mentality where I can point and laugh at most of the stupid nonsense, like anytime Anos does something with his power, or the excessive plot twists and counterplay that goes down in some of these fights. It's accidentally killed me several times. I laugh at the show a lot. I can also embrace some of the quirks. Sometimes sticks are gonna make sparks when swords hit them. Everybody knows that. And the final question, will I actually finish this anime after I do this video? Low-key, I might. Anyway, that's it. Now you can just leave, or you could stick around for some goodies. For example, if you guys enjoyed this type of video, I might do a continuation where I just rip on the rest of the season. Or I'll drop it and never do it again if you hated it. But I plan on uploading very soon. I've just had a ton of stuff keeping me busy lately. Also, if you don't know, I do games. I talked about Sekiro on my other channel. Thanks. See ya.